Good morning, eggheads, and welcome back to Bounty of One with me, EnginesTheStone. Got a coffee? Let's take a sip. Well, it's hot, but it's good. Well, it's not good coffee, it's just sugary water as far as I'm concerned. That tastes fine to me. So, today I've been requested to do the Rage Run. Now, if you haven't seen my Rage Run before, essentially what you have to do is, no matter which character you get, and which item you want, you must take either the worst item or the most conflicting item. So this is going to be fun. Let's roll our D8 and see what we get. Baboosh. We got all in. The reason why I'm giggling is because I just tried to record this and accidentally ended the recording. As you know, we don't edit over here often, so I'm not just gonna splice it together. But this will be fun. We had all in then as well. That's why I'm giggling. So let's go, all in. Let's do it. So yes, the most conflicting item, or upgrade, or the worst. So Olin likes cooldowns. Olin absolutely loves cooldowns. So what we need to do... How is my cooldowns that low already? Does he start with like lower cooldowns already? So if Olin likes cooldowns, we should probably go for critical damage. But we have to go for the lowest, the worst. Arguably, it would be, at this point in time, it would be the damage upgrade. Now, it would probably actually be that, but the worst would be this one. The reason why it'd be the damage upgrade is because at the moment we can kill everything in one hit because we have 50 damage. So a 10 points boost in damage isn't going to do shit all at the moment. There's going to be... So, you've got to understand, with this run, it's a lot of me trying to justify why I've done what I've done. So, yeah, you're going to have to kind of get used to that. Worst item at the moment would be taking that. The crit chance. Yeah, so I will be trying to justify a lot about what I'm taking and the reasons why. And if it makes sense to me, then it should be fine. I don't know why I'm desperately trying to kill the deputy. Not like I can take a good item. Let's see what he has. Arguably, the worst item here would be when you're out of dash, gain 20% movement speed, 100% crit, and 20% damage. I'm trying to think of what Olin doesn't want. I guess what Olin doesn't want is just a hell of a lot of health. Or crit to get to like 30% and then just work on crit damage. That's usually like how it tends to work out. Because everybody can gain something from taking shot damage or... what the fuck's that? Yeah, that's shot damage or shot speed. Not everybody can gain anything from taking crits. I expected this to go way worse. But it seems to be fine at the moment. I guess we're not really that far through it. I wonder if we get Tom. So what I've discovered... I don't know if it's completely legit yet, but I think I've figured out movement speed is by far the worst item, but technically it's not the worst item in this list. So I think it worked out that Tom and Simple Tom, the new boss, and the Rex, they switch places, and that there's a seed you can play where you get Tom, I think. So randomly, he'll come up every now and again. By the looks of it, it's quite obvious when he's the boss you're fighting, because he spawns his little minions before the boss fight. The worst item there would be 1 health. Doesn't help anybody with anything. Right. Each shiny figure per collectible might be good, as it might be bad. But a projectile should be destroyed, reduce the damage. That's probably the worst item here. Yeah, that's nice. So, I mean, the problem is we're going to accidentally synergize because of the items we're taking, because they're pretty bad, like, on their own in early game. But, you know, if you get them up, if you get them specialized and powered up, they are good items. Movement speed is probably what I'll go for, because it's nothing. It's, you know, Olin doesn't care about movement speed. But also, movement speed doesn't technically do anything for the run. May make you be able to dodge things better, but you've really got to, like, argue that. Woo! I fit through there. Right. Attack. We can go for another damage. The reason why damage is okay here is because we're still killing things in one hit because it's got 50 health. The next load of guys that come at us have, what do they have? They have 100 health. So, at damage, wait, because I was at dashes. At damage 70, we're still in that realm of, like, being kind of crap. Right, your chances of dealing crit damage by 5. Yeah, it's probably what I have to take. I guess a little bit more attack speed is not going to hurt anybody. A 1.18 as opposed to a 1.01. It's not really that much. I shoot an extra 0.1 of an arrow. I'd like to kill that deputy before we go on to do the boss. I tried the daily struggle yesterday. Twice. 3 times, I think. Yeah, I wasn't very good at it. Excuse me, I just had a yawn. Yeah, I wasn't very good at it. I know what, I fall short on the daily struggles. But considering I don't play too badly normally, I mean, it's getting to the point where you can't play badly at all. I'm gonna have to reroll. Wow! The health. I mean, movement speed arguably would have been worse, but the health was better. The health was better, worse, in my opinion. We get hit for 2 every time we get hit. So gaining 1 health doesn't help a lot. Getting 2 health would have been more like a, where the fuck did the deputy go? Where did he disappear off to? Come back here, you. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. He's fucked off. Yeah, by the looks of the minion spawning, we're getting a Rex fight, which is nice. I mean, if Optizan, instead of just adding more bosses to runs, they're doing the random boss thing, that might be kind of cool. So not only do you have to get random items, you now got random enemies and a random boss. I can appreciate that, because that means that, like, eventually, hopefully, that means that every single boss in the game will be a random boss. Maybe 2 or 3 different types of bosses. That'd be really cool. I like that idea. Taking much more crit will be arguably making crit good. I will take the tiniest bit of shot speed. See if I can kill these 2 deputies. I probably can't. It's midday. They're not. There's a lot of enemies about. Ow. I hate it when he does that. Most of the time he'll just roll. And then he does that one time where he just walks into you. It's like, God damn it. I will re-roll. These are all pretty decent items. Right, what's this? Tractable collectibles on the screen. Arguably good. Projectiles 20%. Nah. That's in the running for the shit item. I'm gonna reroll. Well, when you move, add 8% area of effect, raises your damage by 5% for every 5 meters. Yeah, I guess so. I'll tell you what, I'll take this one instead. I very rarely use this one, and we don't have good area of effect, so it's gonna be kind of small and useless. I was hoping we wouldn't get so lucky with some purple items in there, but we did. We did get really quite lucky. Where is all the health? Going to... Yeah, it's not on quite 2 yet, so I'll take another attack speed and then hope for the best. Excuse me. Could really do with some sort of healing. Could really do with that deputy right at the top. Come on, guys. Separate. Separate out a little bit. Fuck, never mind then, I guess. Come on then, Rex. Let's be having you. Damage isn't terrible. Which is good, I guess. We have got piercing, which totally is not what Olin wants. Like, arguably piercing is a good item. You're going to be sick of that word, arguably, I swear to God. Yeah, but arguably piercing is a good item. Real good, no matter who you take. Because then you're hitting more enemies in a line. But how Olin likes to do things is he prefers not to pierce. Because of his big shot. His big ball of bolts. He prefers them to hit like a group of enemies, so they explode and kills everybody. So, if you've got piercing, it just goes straight through and hits the edge of the screen. What the fuck happened there? Rex, are you okay? You only launched one of your heads at me. I'm a little worried. And if it hits the edge of the screen... Have they nerfed? Have they nerfed Rex? Don't be nerfing Rex. There's nothing fucking wrong with Rex. Are you fucking kidding me? Right, for those who pay attention to this game, does that look like Rex got nerfed to you? He spawned 2 dogs. 2! The entire fight! 2 dogs! What the hell? I used to have that area filled with dogs. No! God damn, you can't nerf Rex! There was nothing wrong with Rex. I am sad. I am very sad. Right. There you go. Projectiles, when they deal critical damage, gain pierce. That will probably be the worst item here. Excuse me. Technically, my weapons don't have pierce, but they seem to be piercing through everybody. So we can start working on damage again, because these guys have like 200 health or 150 health or something like that. So we can start using crappy damage upgrades. To be fair, other than the fact I'm just not like securing a good synergy and series of abilities, this is not terrible. This is not like working out real bad. We'll get to like Denzel, and then we'll probably change my tune, because I think Denzel's health might be a little high. Plus, just everybody's health in this game after Rex, it kind of gets bumped a lot. Like this guy, for example, I'm hitting him 80. God damn, he's barely taking any damage. We can up our damage a little bit, like I said. So, because of everyone's health, they would arguably, as long as we don't get it up to like 200-300, that arguably it is the worst upgrade to get. Especially if it's a grey upgrade. This is... What? What do we do here? No, don't stick him behind him. I guess this is what happens when you utilize the run speed. Because I took, what, 1 or 2 levels of run speed? Pretty good. Right, Attract collectibles from further away is probably the worst item. This helps me with survivability. This does more damage. This kind of does more damage. I'll get that, actually, because the area of effect that we're working with is so small that that's by the by whether we have an area of effect item or not. Why did you do that? Go for a little bit more shot speed. I'm trying not to let it go over 2, but it's going to eventually. Wow, that area of effect stuff was really big, actually. I could be utilizing my items that I've got and just spend all my things, get 100% crit, a lot more damage, till I have one. Ah, that worked out really well. You gotta utilize the shit items. God damn, go away. Stop it. Trying to get back up this end. There's XP up there. Yeah, so if I just kind of like bounce away, I can gain 100% crit. I think it's 100% crit. And stuff, extra damage, all that jazz. We need some more health on the floor as well. Kind of irritated that we haven't got any. Because I bet you if we were Sarah, we'd get loads. Movement speed. Arguably a rubbish item. Especially if you don't want or have any items that synergize with movement. It's a terrible item. I would really appreciate some more dashes before we start Denzel, though. It's taken me so long to kill deputies now. I think we've got to a position where no matter what we do, everything is going to be rubbish because we're so far behind the curve. Oh, whoa, there's a lightning in a bottle, though. Ooh, there's a lightning in a bottle. A lightning in a bottle. Sorry, clacky keys. We are looking into changing my keyboard at some point. Ah, god damn it, I want that. Alright, fine. And then getting a little quieter one, just so that it's not too loud on the videos and the recordings and the streamings and stuff. Enemies around you are 30% faster but take 50% more damage. You gain 5% crit for each ready-to-use stack of dashes. That's kind of a good item at the moment. Projectile slow enemy, yeah. This is the worst item. Not only does it not synergize with our high amount of area of effect, but it also doesn't do well for me. Because they would have to get really fucking close. Let's get a bit more damage. So we hit for 90 now, which is, you know, terrible. The bat-looking guys, the rat bats, whatever they are, they have about 300 health, I think. Somewhere near that. So it should take about 4 shots each. Oh, piss. I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it. That is a horrific run. I mean, to be fair, it didn't quite make me rage, but that was just horrible. Right, let's do a secondary rage. Boom. We take 3. Who's 3? Robert. Oh, man. We need more characters. I'm already fed up with most of them. Alright, Robert, let's go. Okay, so, same rules apply, but just Robert now. Robert likes to get his robot really powerful. High crits, high damage output, high shot speed, that sort of stuff. Robert likes the basic attack, standard. So what I'm gonna do is try and avoid that. Arguably the worst item here is this one. Come on. Music's being weird again. I'll take crit for now, because 10% crit ain't that big. The music is being weird. Doing that weird, like... where it's going through, it's like warbling between ears. Oh, that's weird. Area of effect. That'd be great. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be focusing on. Area of effect stuff, because just Robert ain't going to want area of effect. Dashes, probably. And then try and stay away from anything that synergizes with those two things as I have to take them. We can take some health here. So keeping our damage low. This is basically like a no damage run. So I know we've done damage only runs and we've done like other runs where we can only take certain things. This feels more like we're just like trying to steer away from any sort of damage or the attack speed. Obviously, I'm going to eventually have to take some. Or maybe not. I mean, I could, if I could last long enough. Didn't expect that. Yeah, the music is definitely different. So they've added loads of new music to this. I love it. I like this. This is pretty cool. It's got a bit of a high beat to it, yeah. And then the bit of a classical instrument in the back. I like this. This was a good one. Cooldowns, yeah, take them. Reason why cooldowns are so terrible in this one is because we have nothing that takes cooldowns. Except our dashes, but, you know, that's not going to do shit. It's the difference between taking something that can win a run and taking something that's going to make us survive for a little bit longer. Movement speed. Oh, I could have took cooldowns. Arguably. Ow, I thought I had a dash left. Ah, good. We're on 1 HP. This is where I like to be, right? God damn it. I do not do myself any favors. Oh, it's got some, like... I like this. I thought it was a violin. I don't think that's a violin, is it? Sounds more like a lute or one of those, like, fancy-looking guitars. Cooldowns again. So we're going to have to dash forever, but we're never going to be able to do anything else. To be fair, even with cooldowns down to, like, 10%, dashes still take... feels like they still take ages to come back. I guess, basically, I'm leaving the killing up to Sandra, and we're just going to keep running around. Trying not to die. Whoa! Almost walked into that. That's so bad. Crit, I think. I'll reroll. Health. It doesn't actually help in this situation at all. It's still 2 hits per 1 hit. 2 damage per 1 hit, rather. Let's use my better words. Right, we got all 3 deputies out. It is nighttime. We are meant to be, like, chilling now. Like, less enemies and stuff. I could just get Sandra to kill things. Sandra, do us a fucking favor, will you? Oh, health. Coming through. Yeah! Now I can survive another hit. You watch me get hit again. You watch me get fucking hit again. I'll re-roll. Health again. We're gonna be such a healthy boy, but you watch me constantly be on 1 HP because I can't do anything. Hello? No, that is a violin. Isn't it? No, flute. I don't fucking know. It just sounds good. Right, fires projectiles around you upon taking damage. Might be good. That is Olin's weapon. So, given what we are only allowed to take at the moment, that's bad. Deal more damage and your dash and ability cooldowns are reduced by 30 when you have 50% left. Well, yeah. I guess that item would be the useless one, but also the best one, arguably. So I'll take this. Projectiles fire around me when I get hit. It's going to end up being a health run. The whole point of the rage run, I do believe, is that you see the item you really fucking want, and you can't take it. Oh, it looks like I'm a... Oh, God, that was so close. Looks like we're a Simple Tom. Simple Tom boss fight today. Nice. Right. Yeah. That's probably the worst of the items. I'll gain 1 HP. Oh, I crashed the game. Awesome. When I stay still? Yeah, that's probably the worst item to get. I'm aware it's also in blue, but it's... When you stay still, you have to stay still for it. I'm going to be trying to not stay still. But obviously I'm going to utilize these things. Make them look like they're really good items. I can take the damage because the other two are gold. The game threw me a bone and I went, ah, fuck you. Hey, look, there's 2 gold items. Just take one of them. Nah, fuck you. I'll take that grey one you got over there. Do you even know what it does? I haven't got a clue. So what's hilarious is these, is the Tom's minions could actually probably just roll forever if you keep moving the screen. Because they bash on the edge of the screen. Why is this guy who's chasing me, why is he smiling like that? I can get a little bit of this one. When you start getting too much of one thing, it starts becoming too good. So even though movement speed is arguably crap, it could become good by just taking it a lot. And obviously if I synergize one thing with it then, like lightning, if we just so happen to have to take lightning for whatever reason. You know, if I misclick. Come on, kill him. Oh wow, I stood still long enough for that to proc. Interesting. Get him. Get him. Get him better. Oh god. Oh god. One more. Yes! We are still a beast though. Yeah, this one's arguably the worst item. It's a blue, but I honestly don't think it should be any more than below a grey. I'll take the attack damage, because it's 70 damage. We won't be killing these people in 1 hit. We'll be killing them in 2 still. They have 100 health. Oh. Right, this is going to be an interesting fight. We do have a lot of health. Sandra's going to help me with this. Sandra, help me. So, the good thing about having a lot of speed is... Oh. He does a crunch. Ah! Is that his noise because he gets knocked out? That's hilarious. Run away! Oh, fuck. I was about to stand in that like a big pleb. I am the biggest of all the plums. We're not doing too bad. 70 damage is kind of okay for your first boss fight. It's a little low in my opinion, but it should be fine. Look at that. Haven't had to use a dash once yet. I probably did, but I don't remember. Go, Sandra, get him! Get him! Get... Oh, crap. Oh, God. Oh, God. I set him on the warpath. Fuck! I still got hit and I wasted a dash. God, I'm such an idiot. Almost dead. Run away! Run away! The better thing to do is have him go straight. There we go. Sorry, Tom. I loved you, I swear. As the newest content, I love you. Right. Before you dash, take 1 damage to permanently gain 5 default damage. Does not have any effect when you have... Right, this is arguably the worst item. Why did it automatically hurt me? Why did it do that? Does it hurt you immediately? Oh, look. There's a one item that I've got which permanently raises my something by 10. As long as I don't get hit by like 120 seconds or something. So 2 minutes, I think it is. And now I have something when I dash, I hurt myself. Ah, the synergy is real. The good thing is about this dash item, which I also really hate, is they have taken away the it can kill you. I mean, it's handy to have, but you've done that with too much stuff. There has to be checks and balances. There has to be a risk-reward for taking strong and good items. An item that can forever just buff you up damage-wise. If you would have just, instead of having it only buff you, I think it only buffs you like 30, it used to. If you just had it where you did it unlimited, that's it. That's all you needed. You didn't need to add on the extra, oh, it also doesn't kill you. It's risk-reward. You go and be a pleb and take the risk-reward item, you don't fuck around and find out. You know, and if you're not concentrating on how many dashes you do, or how much health you have left, that's your own fucking fault. You should be punished for that. You shouldn't be rewarded because people don't know how to play a game. I know it's not me being mean to all the rest of the community for this game. It's me being mean for the people that keep whinging about games being too hard when they're really not. I can't play games for the life of me, right? I am shit at most games I play. I play games because I enjoy them and because I like to try. That's it. With this game, I haven't found it so difficult where I need to complain to the devs and say, oh, an item is too bad. Oh. Sorry, every fucking time I play this game, I'm always triggered by another item that has been changed. I don't speak on behalf of the community at all. I speak on the behalf of fucking me. And I honestly will say this. As much as this game has done really well for my YouTube, if it gets too easy, it's going to become a very boring game to play and or watch. Like, you're going to get to a point where even a challenge run isn't going to be difficult. Because everything is going to be too good. Movement speed. Arguably the worst item. Yeah. Like the Rager, for example. Well, now I've taken an item which I used to think is such a bad item. Oh, it's a risk-reward item. It's a scary item to take. When you take it, you could be rewarded really well. But more than likely, you're going to end up, like, dashing yourself into oblivion. That is the whole point of the item. Gah! Now it's not that. Now it's an item that is just a really good item. And you could say and argue that it's because it doesn't receive a lot of play. Well, yeah, but a risk-reward item won't receive a lot of play. It's a risk-reward item. People who want to take the risk take it and get the reward from it. We don't need to make it easy for everybody to use to make it a decent item. Just make it a strong item that has a devastating effect if you fuck around with it. Which right now, if it didn't have the doesn't do anything on 1 health, it would be a very, very, very high-powered item with a very, very, very risky usage. Which is fine! That is good! Engines, if you're so good at game creation, why don't you make a game? Because I don't know how to code. Though, to be fair, there's not a lot of that in game devs these days anyway. I'm not saying OptisOnion doesn't code, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you could do a lot of, like, front and back end coding for games by just utilizing something like Unity. I would like to fuck around with Unreal, but, like, I mean, things like Unity, you could do all of that without actually specifically having to write the code. The game is, the engine itself is smart enough to know what to do. In my opinion. I mean, I haven't had a massive play with it, but I've had people who have no idea what coding is be able to make, alright, they're shit, but they're completed. That would be the best item to take here. Attract collectibles from further away. That sounds great. So, yeah, I just think, like, you don't really need coding too much when you're making games now. It would be better if you did, because then you could really, like, spec into exactly what you want. If not, you're just using anything that is free on the Unity engine or on the Unreal one. I would like to start doing that sort of stuff. The only coding I've ever done game-wise is, I think I mentioned it before on this channel. We'll take a little bit of damage. It won't hurt anything. These guys have 300 health. I made a text-based adventure game that was basically just a load of random gen numbers. I did, however... What? Oh yeah, you dashed into somebody. No. Oh, no, I didn't, did I? I have pain on dash. Ah, piss. My bad. I forgot about that completely. I'll take a bit of attack speed. Yeah, so I did a very short text-based puzzle game. It was all random gen numbers. There wasn't really, like, an actual story to it. I did manage to make class system, so you could choose who you play as, and then you gain stats based on that. That's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Trying to tell this very, very simple coding pattern. Yeah, there may be ways of doing it, but bearing in mind, I was working full-time. While I was working full-time, I was teaching myself coding at work. So I was, like, watching videos, listening to videos on my headset. And I was learning a little bit of Python. Let's go for a crit. A crit's only at 15. I was learning a little bit of Python, so like it wasn't specifically about teaching you how to make games or anything. It was specifically about teaching you how to use beginner level Python. And from there, I basically went, fuck this shit, and started building my own game. And it turned out to be pretty fun. Like, you know, it was a very simplistic game. You walk through a maze of sorts, random gen rooms, random gen loot, random gen enemies if there is any. You know, it was a lot of fun to create. Yeah, I made the class system, I made the combat system. Combat system's easy enough, you know, roll this die plus strength type thing, you know, because you had very basic stats in that game. Very, very basic. I wish I still had a copy of it. I would love to just remake it, but I think I went from, when I was making it, I was hyperfixating, and now I'm kind of past the hyperfixation of making that. So trying to recreate it, it's gonna take effort. A lot of effort. I'm losing hyperfixations on a lot of things at the moment, and it's upsetting. YouTube seems to be like dying down for me. Everything's going a lot quieter there. Streaming's doing really well, actually. Streaming's the only thing that has picked up. It's just, I get a little bit worried about the whole streaming thing, because first off, Twitch isn't doing that well as far as I'm concerned. It's heading towards a place where I don't particularly want to be on there. Second of all, I'm always over-judgmental on my content, so I'm just like, I need to find a new game, need to do this, need to do that, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Just chill. And most people that watch my streams aren't there to watch the bloody games. They're there to watch me be a dick, essentially. I'll take that. Movement speed would have been better, but like I said, if you take too many of the same thing, eventually it's going to start becoming good. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about my hyperfixations, but it should be fine. I've started getting, like, chilling out with D&D games and stuff, so that'd be quite nice. Just take the edge away from certain things. But yeah, with this text-based adventure game, I basically, that was full code. So that was just full code from top to bottom. There was no graphic designs on that. There was no prettification of I was eventually going to start on that, but I didn't know where to start. I don't know how to do it. I didn't know how to import any sort of assets to make it look pretty. Yeah, I wouldn't have the foggiest. That's where I was going to learn that, but what I was trying to do, the reason why I ended up stopping was because I was trying to implement inventory and merchants. Now, I could do merchants already. That would be easy because you already collected gold, and that's essentially your points. So you already collected gold, you can spend your gold at a merchant, but you just have to use the item straight away. Now, what I didn't realize, I could have just done a list. I was naive, bearing in mind, I taught myself how to use Python with a 4-hour beginner's tutorial video, and then decided, fuck this video, I'm gonna go make games. Oh shit, I wasn't concentrating. Oh, you did. So yeah, it's like, you know, I had a 4-hour beginner tutorial video, and then went, right, I think I'm ready. I didn't even get through the 4-hour video. I just wanted to play with code. So there was a lot of things I didn't know. I know a lot more now in terms of like where to find assets. Not assets. Where I could find like example code and like basically copying code off the internet. So people can help me. Armor's arguably the worst item. Let's reroll. Yeah, that's arguably the worst item. So, yeah, so that was a really fun time. I got stuck on inventory, so I couldn't build. The game couldn't remember things. I had no memory to it, so how would it? Now, since I've fucked around with web design and other code, I'm like, oh my fucking god, I could have just done a list. I could have just done a list that you added to and took away, and that would be your inventory. You'd type I for inventory or whatever, and you could see what inventory you have. Then you could use an item. When you used the item, it deleted it from the list. Could have just done that, and it sounds so fucking simple when I say it out loud, but when I was there, I was struggling with it. I didn't know what the hell to do with it, so I was trying to make an inventory system without realizing I could just use a form of list. So, but because the code didn't remember anything, I couldn't get it to remember anything. Essentially, I started rage quitting because of not being able to. So I didn't rage quit. What I did was go, fuck it, I need to rewrite this in a different way. Because I was also trying to work on a better class system. I was also trying to work on, like I said, shops and stuff. Shops, inventory, better class system. Level up system as well was something I wanted to work on. That's easy to implement. Because you can just do... you could just do an if statement, I'm pretty certain. You know, if it's above this, do this. You know, you could do that. But the code needs to know when to check for that. But the good thing is, because I had it looping in such a way, it could check for that after every combat. It would just be a pain in the ass to write. I'll go for cooldowns, because there's nothing to cooldown. Yeah, I had a good loot system for the combat, which was pretty fun, you know. Basically, the game was checking if the enemy had any health left. That's all it was doing. It was remembering the number, because essentially it did a mathematical equation, which was your base attack plus your damage plus your strength minus its defense. That was your damage, and then it would take that away from your health, and then it would remember that number for next time, and it would just keep looping until either you died, which would just tell you that the game was over, GG, start again, or until it died. And then it would tell you how much gold you earned, which was also a random number. Essentially, it was... So, this was the inner workings. Don't tell anybody. But, basically, what it was is you would go into a room. And this was the whole code. The code would roll a die to see what room you'd get. Then depending on what room you got, it would roll another die to see if there was an enemy in there and what enemy you got. Then it would roll another die to see what enemy you did get. It would roll a die to see if there was anything in the room. And it would just keep going like that. And like every time, and it would add the description of what's happening. There are better ways of implementing it. I was doing it terribly because I didn't know any code. So, like I said, you watch like 2-3 hours of a 4-hour video and expect to be able to code a full fucking game. Good luck with that. What I did was pretty advanced considering I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I will go attack damage because these guys have like 600 health at this point. It doesn't really... I don't think we're going to make much of a dent with their health pool. At this point, it's about surviving until the boss. Oh, ouch. If we get to kill anybody, we might be able to get lightning in a bottle. That might help a little. I could probably stop dashing because that's using up my health. Yeah, it was a really fun time making this thing. I really enjoyed the process. I also really enjoyed getting angry at it. Though I'm aware at the time you're just yelling at your TV because the code isn't doing the thing and it's not telling you why it's not doing your thing because, you know, compilers aren't exactly smart. They just tell you where the problem is. But fucking... I look back at it now, I'm like, no, you know what? That was a good time because I was still building something. Excuse me, I was still building something. I was still trying at something. I've been doing something I would say I want to do for years of my life. You know, I doubt I'll ever get to that point of coding games again. But, it was a really good time. It was a really good time. The frustration, the getting past the frustration, the rewriting of the coding every fucking other, like, minute. You write a chunk, doesn't work, rewrite it. Write a chunk, doesn't work, rewrite it. Like, god damn it. But yeah, I even enjoyed that because I was creating the thing I wanted to create. Alright, it wasn't the best thing in the world, but fuck it, it was mine. The first program I ever wrote, the first proper program, Hello World doesn't count. And I hate the fact that that technically is considered an AI, according to what an AI is. Makes me feel very, very sick. This is an AI. Why? Because it does a thing. Fuck! No, I learned that in university. The first program I ever wrote was just a program that did a mathematical equation. You input a number, it did a mathematical equation, then gave you a response, depending on what that number was. It didn't tell you what the fucking answer was, because you're not meant to know about the equation. What it did was it gave you a response. I think it was something is on meltdown, run for your life, or something like that. And then it was like, temperature is okay, don't panic, or something. You know, those were the two responses it gave. But that was my first ever program I wrote. And I couldn't be more proud with it, to be honest. No, you create something. Ow, god damn it. You create something like that, and it's a good feeling. You know, which is why I always try and keep busy with stuff. It's why I like, it's why I like Magic the Gathering and games where you create decks and stuff like that, because you created this thing and then you watch it go off and do its thing, and it's awesome. You know. I used to play a lot of Hearthstone. Me and a friend used to play like fucking tons of that game when it first came out. Like literally, we found it and we didn't stop playing it for months, years even. Remember like nights in my kitchen, smoking, playing Hearthstone with him on the laptop. It was great. It was good old days. But like, ow, what it the fun we most had with it when we were creating extremely silly decks. One of my favorite decks to use was basically a deck that stole your deck. It didn't steal it in the conventional sense of like your stuff is now mine. It stole it by copying it. Copied it all and put it into my deck. It was a great deck. priest, which is arguably that word again, arguably the worst hero, I guess, to use. Was my favorite to use because the cards he had were pretty fun, and the things he could do were awesome. I liked it. I really enjoyed using the priest, but like most people say he's rubbish. I think he's amazing. Why can't I go forward? Oh, I can go forward. What the hell was that all about? Great. I'm probably gonna die because I was an idiot and walked into the boss because I thought I couldn't move further forward. Right. Yeah. So games like that, games like Magic the Gathering. You know, I'd probably be into Warhammer if I wasn't so broke. Not like Magic is a poor man's sport or anything. You know, that's that sort of thing where you create something and you build it and then, you know, test it out, play it and use it. Can we kill him before the horses get me? We could. Right, that is the rage run. I did go on a bit of a tangent with the whole coding thing. But yeah, in my opinion, setting your mind to something and creating something, piece of art, a piece of music, piece of, you know, even something like a Magic deck and watching it do its thing, piece of coding, a game, a program, a fucking whatever, just any sort of thing that you created. That's pure you. Don't lie to yourself. You just stole it off the internet, or if you just if you took the easy way out. But it's all you, and it's definitely something to be proud of, no matter how like small it is or insignificant everybody else thinks it might be. It's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. Keeps me going, I guess. You know, the creation of something that you can have fun with, you can appreciate, other people can also appreciate. People may not like facing against some of my Magic decks, but also you sit there and you go, fuck me, that was a good game. You know, that bit there when you did the thing, you know, that's, you know, but imagine if you made a game. Wow, fuck me, look at this game I fucking made. Anyway, it's been a long video. Right. That's your lot. Sorry about the tangent. Often go off on one. But yeah, like, I don't know, go out there, create something. Whatever it is, show it off. Be proud of it. Fuck what other people say. Most people these days just want attention for being either pretty or for being loud or for being a dick. Be something better. That's all I'm thinking. Alright, well, if you're still here, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment for me. I do also stream on Twitch, so feel free to come and check me out on there. About 3 to 5 times a week, depending on how I feel and what the week is. EnginesTheStone, you'll find me. I also do some audio shows and stuff, so go find them, Podbean, Spotify. The Team Z or the Z Team, whichever way you want to look at it. It's just a black and white Z. That's our cover photo. Go find them. That's D&D podcast. Should be fun. Yeah, but that's a lot. So thank you very much for watching. Love you all long time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.